Hey there, friendlies. I hope the sound is good. I hope you're all doing really well. I hope the world is just a beautiful place for you this week. I shall put on the cans so that I look all radio pro and stuff. There we go. I would like to say that these are great cans and everything, but I really don't like that curly Q thing. So let's say the usual stuff, shall we? Hey there, friendlies. How's up? Welcome to another episode of the Beer Blades and Bushcraft live stream, where we will discuss beer. We got blades, and we will, in fact, likely talk about something bushcrafty. I also have a Glencairn for whatever we decide will be the 10 o'clock beverage. And I would like to point out that if you are watching us time shifted to tomorrow or next week or next month or next year, thanks for your eyes. I love knowing that you're watching this stuff after the fact, and I like seeing the comments appear as long after the fact as they do. If at any point tonight you really love what's happening, I invite you to hit that smiley thumb. If at any point tonight you kind of hate what's happening, that's okay. The frowny thumb works as well. And if you'd like to take a more active role in supporting the channel, as several in the side chat here already have, then I invite you to check out the join button, wherever the heck YouTube has put it now. Click on that and you will see that there are 2 tiers of channel membership and what you get for your hard-earned dollars or pounds or euros, whatever, depending on where you are. I will take a sip of tea, and then we will get on with the evening's festivities. First off, how's everyone doing? I see we have a lot of names in the side chat, so I'm just going to go through and see if I can catch up with everyone. I'm all like, I didn't put my t-shirt on right before coming on. I was wearing something different, and I got changed special for you guys. Actually, it's mostly because the other t-shirt said Star Wars, and YouTube hates it when there's an actual logo. So I figured represent. Okay, gotta get these off. Can't wait for the new specs. So, let me take a look at who's with me here. Marcus, EDMA, first guy out of the gate. You guys will see that he's got a channel membership logo. You know what that means. And who else we got? Destiny, who's also a channel member. Excuse me. How's it going, Destiny? How you doing, Marcus? You feeling all right? David Evans. Hey, it looks to me like David Evans has crossed the 1-year mark of channel membership. If I've got my channel membership icons that I designed straight, I think that color is a year. Not sure. By the way, David Evans looks like. Hold on, I gotta show that on screen because this is definitely worth showing. David Evans is now living in freedom. His host guests have gone, which is nice to know. I'm sure you feel fantastic right about now, David. So I'm glad to know that you got your freedom back. You must feel great right now, dude. Destiny is congratulating David on getting through. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Even David says he's been a channel member for over a year. Okay. So that's cool. That's what that color means. We got Kristen in the house. How's it going, Christy? Christy's also a channel member. Nice to see you tonight. Everyone's just sort of saying hi. Hi to everyone. There's Charles and Annie in the house. Nice to see you, or both of you, depending on whether it's just Charles or both, or maybe just Annie. I realize I'm just blithering like I'm assuming. So maybe it's just Annie. Annie, if it's just you, hi. Charles, if it's just you, hi. If it's both of you, rock on. Who else? Everyone's just sort of saying hi and chitting and chatting with one another. Actually, it's a lot of people just saying hi to each other. David's asking if Destiny is still in Ontario. Oh, yeah. Okay, Destiny says yes, she's still in Ontario. Because I believe that you were looking for some land and you were traveling or headed somewhere. Destiny, did you? Good. At about 8:56, Russell said that he got stuff is on his butt, and we can start. So I'm glad to know that we had Russell's okay to get the stuff rolling. David is reminding everyone to hit that thumbs up. I see we have 16 people watching now and 11 thumbs ups. 12 thumbs ups. Cool. Thank you. Yes, I did forget the cheese, Christy, but I did not forget the beer. Which reminds me, shall we take a look at what the beer is? Hold on, I'm just going to... there's Grace. Grace is also a channel member. How's it going, Grace? Marcus has been a member for 2 months. Shine On has just joined the Scouts. I can't show that? Can I show that? What the heck? Welcome to the Membership Scouts. Shine On. Welcome to the live stream. I don't remember what I wanted to talk about tonight. I have this idea for a future episode where I'd like to kind of do maybe a storytelling episode, like in the tradition of the campfire storytelling, but obviously without the campfire since that would burn down my house. But yeah, I don't know. I've got a couple of ideas that I kind of want to try out. Let me know if you guys would like to see anything specific for a future live stream. Linda from Lipstick Lodge, how's it going? Nice to see you. Everything's going in that tiny house of yours? Are we at the bottom? Nope. Oh, there's Canadian. How's it going, Jerry? Nice to see you. No, Christy, I forgot about the cheese. Although it looks to me like City Girl's going to have a cheese-alicious live stream this upcoming week. That's going to be Saturday evening. Russell, check me on this. Was it 8 p.m. Eastern Standard for the cheese tasting? Marcus throwing some shade, I see. Hold on 1 second here. David's saying that he was seriously considering setting up a GoFundMe because I think the guests ate him out of house and home. I like it. I mean, I'm glad that they're gone. I'm glad that you've got your freedom back and control over your wallet. Jim's here from the Canoe Hound Adventures live stream, which is on right before mine. I'm pretty sure that was an interesting one. I think he was doing a recap of the Toronto Outdoors show. I probably got at least 2 of those words wrong, but I remember that he was, because he went to whatever was the big outdoors show in Ontario just this past weekend. And I think he presented, didn't he? So, Jim, nice to see you here. Yeah, I went back to the drums this week because, you guys, the votes, the people spoke last week. So I went back to the drums. Just seeing who's here. Sound is 5x5. Good. I like it. That's good. Yeah, these, when you went to media school like I did, you call these cans. Okay. It's very, very snobbish of me. There's Shine On. How's it going? How's life tonight? How is life tonight, guys? I think I asked that before. But, Russell. Should have been like... The thing is, Russell, I would have totally believed that, right? Because I'm so paranoid about the sound at this point. I'm like, God, please work. Please work. So it's nice that it's actually, working. Hey, David replenished his beer today. So they're not drinking you out of house and home anymore. It's good. You're still down in Florida though, so what's the beer selection like down there? Yeah, Russell says that he's like the king of England right now. Um, Slight persnickety, nay, nay, not persnickety. What is the word I'm looking for? Slight note of pedantry that here his title is the King of Canada. But anyways, whatever. Um, do 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 do. So who's David's hero tonight? Hmm. Who's David's hero tonight? Uh, Destiny says, we're all in Grandma's feather bed, minus John Denver and the Muppets, as we've lost heat. It's now 61 degrees in the house. I have no idea what 61 degrees is, but if you're all in the feather bed to keep warm, then I guess 61 is cold. What's 61 in degrees Canadian? Lipstick's having the licorice tea again. But you've had licorice tea before. I think I'd like blueberry tea. I'm not sure. Whiskey Harbor's in the house. Nice to see you. Al is here as well. We can all now relax because Al is in the house. He will be drinking some highly snobbish whiskey, I'm sure. I have some just slightly snobbish whiskey to drink. Oh, there's Shawnee. How's it going, Shawnee? Nice to see you. So I just see it's easy to just get trapped in like just answering the side chat. I mean, and because there's always something cool happening in the side chat. Scouts is one of the levels of my memberships, Al, as you well know. Hey, or am I wrong? Is that a holdover from when I had a Patreon? No, it's Trackers and Scouts. Come on, Jess. Come on. Hike with Mike. How's it going? How are things down there in Florida? There's a big Florida contingent here tonight. David's down there for the winter. You're down there, well, because you live there. So, there's Country Boy because I don't want to go away from the side chat and miss saying hi to someone who's popped in. Like, and speaking of, so we got Country Boy, and right there we got Lord Vader. How's it going, Lord Vader? And now there's Ian. Ian's in the house as well. So I didn't want to, sort of step away from saying hi to everyone because I don't want to miss somebody. Tim, holy balls, another storm. 10 inches of rain last week. This storm will give us 4 more inches and 5 more feet of snow in the mountains. Need to build an ark. Yeah. We had some pretty heavy snow here today. I don't remember how many centimeters it is. I would check on my phone, but I kind of don't want to be, staring at my phone while I'm on camera. But it was a pretty. It wasn't the biggest snowfall we've had this winter by any stretch, but it was like snowfall warning weather. Okay, so City Girls cheese tasting live stream is Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. So anyone who can be there, be there. I'd like to see if I can be there. My weekends aren't really mine right now, but I'm checking into that at some point this week. Krista says she thinks her color badge is a 6-month. What color are you, Christy? So that's an orange one. That makes sense because I'd sort of done them like in like a UV, not a UV meter, but what's the meter that's like green, 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 yellow, orange, red, the lights, the LED lights that sort of go up, sound is great. Whatever those are called. So yeah. Everyone's just saying hi. Tim, be careful. Jim is not voice to texting tonight. Good to know. So I guess you're not driving. Well, if you were just watching Dennis, you're probably kicking back somewhere, which is nice. Which is nice. Destiny says, okay, I'll be listening as any appendage out from under the covers freezes in seconds. Okay, 61. I mean, how cold is that? Shawnee's asking David if the Florida property just sits empty while he's in Canada, or do you rent it out? That's an interesting question. And of course, vice versa. Hey, look who's here. Serge is in the house. Oh, that reminds me. I got to pour this beer. So what's the beer tonight? This is McKiernan Cassis Royale. So Cassis is a black currant. Ingredients: water, organic malted barley, organic malted wheat, fruit juice, concentrate and or puree, hibiscus, hops, and yeast. This is from the microbrasserie Quatre Origines in Dorval, which is here in Montreal. And I don't know if I'm going to like it or not, but I do hope I do, because I didn't bring another one out just in case kind of thing. Shall we do a little pour? Well, I definitely do smell some cassis, little black currant magic. Well, that looks fruity. What do you guys think? Think I'm going to like this? I mean, that is red. Good thing I got tea. What do you think? Down the hatch? Serge, please note I did not blow the pour this time. Okay. So that's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be. Moving right along. David tells Al, I did not buy the blue while my brother-in-law was here. I need to go shopping for blue tomorrow. Good move. Apparently getting lazy with the titles these days. Dude, I did that so fast. I've had a week so far like you would not believe. So David, when he's in Canada, the Florida property sits empty. Probably shouldn't have said that on an international audience, in front of an international audience on my live stream. Be careful. We don't want somebody hearing this. Some miscreant go down there at some point while you're not living down there and do miscreant things. We don't want that, do we? Linda bought an Asus 15.6 gaming laptop with 16 gigs of RAM and 512 gigs of storage, and a new phone is on order. Now, is this because you're gonna start, kicking ass in like Fortnite, or is this what you're going to edit your videos on? Because if you are going to be editing videos, buy an external hard drive, because 512 gigs of storage will get used up pretty quick. But it's nice that you got a new computer. I know that you were hoping to get one at some point soon. Apparently I'm a little pixelated this evening, but that's because Serge's internet is sucky. Serge, did I see right? Do you have a job with an electrician out there now? Like, did you get hired? I think I saw a picture or something on the Book of Faces. If so, that's a congratulations going out to you. Jess King, how is it going? Nice to see you. Hike Mike says that Swamphead Brewery in Gainesville, Florida has some great Florida beers. I prefer Stump Knocker beer. Stump Knocker is a kind of a crazy name. I'm just taking a look. I'm just taking a look. Of course, I'm taking a look. I'm trying to catch up with the chit chat, the chitty McChat. I was telling David he will gladly pay in blue for the ATV rental in April. Now that's a deal. I like it. Yes, kicking back with a youngling that got bootlegged into Michigan. Are you not allowed to bring the beer across the border? The interprovincial, no, interstate border, the state line. What the hell do you guys say down there? No, interstate is in Australia when you're going from one state to another. In the States, the interstate, I think, is a highway system. State line? What the hell do you call it? When I said what the hell, I didn't mean to come across all unpleasant and angry. Okay, I was speaking for dramatic effect. Oh, there's good news. David says he is determined to start making new videos when he gets back. I like it. That is good news, because I've been wondering whether or not you were going to get back into it. Drop your channel in the side chat, will you, just in case there's someone kicking back with us here tonight who hasn't checked out your stuff. I have 23 people watching and 17 thumbs ups. It's not a bad it's not a bad ratio, but you know. Shawnee apparently had a good idea, but I can't find it. Oh, okay. Shawnee said to David, when you get settled back at home, you just consider hosting a live stream on your channel. That'd be cool. I'd watch that. I'd watch that. Yeah, it does look like juice. You're talking about my fancy blackcurrant beer, eh? Yeah. It tastes juicy, but I ain't in love with it, to put it mildly. Serge says, for my information, 61 degrees freedom is about 16 Celsius. I like 16 Celsius. I'm happiest between about 16 and like maybe 19. You know, I'm getting used to 20 because everyone I live with likes it around 20 to 21. But yeah, 16 is not bad to me. I'm like, that's still t-shirt weather for me. Hey now, Al. What do you mean I look fruity? What are you talking about? Are you talking about the color of my skin, or are you saying that I don't know what to take from that comment? Okay, I just don't know what you're trying to say. I feel my feelings are hurt, and I will likely take revenge at some point. But for now, let's just move on and be pleasant. Okay. Okay. Yeah, looks like cranberry. Exactly. Perfect pour. Yep, I've been practicing, Serge. Yeah. Okay. So this tells you how late I am in the side chat. Linda's gonna just go nuts on the Fortnite kids. Oh, you're not worried because your neighbor's a retired Marine. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Linda. An external hard drive is. I mean, I use external hard drives as well. And when I bought this machine, I bought the oomfiest machine I could afford. But the way I always look at it is, you know, he who dies with the most hard drive space wins. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're doing videos, no matter how big a drive you have, you're going to fill it. So like it's just this constant, cycle of new drive, bigger drive, RAID system. Don't get stressed out about that. Just look for a little what's the WD one called? My disk, my library, whatever it's called. Like it's just a little external drives. But get the biggest ones you can afford. Darth Vader says 20 days until spring, which is nice. I'm not anti-winter, okay? I have no problem with winter. But after taking like this much snow off my car this morning and going to work and coming out of work and seeing this much snow on my car, I'm a little tired of cleaning off the car. That I'm a little done. Just a little done. When I went outside to the shoveling, holy crap. Because here's the thing, it was big, soft, but heavy snow. And when I got home, I was like, okay, I got to get supper on. And then I came around the corner and I saw like what they do when they plow the streets is just push it all to the side. So I saw that the large deepness of snow right across the double driveway, because my neighbor and I, our driveways are like, whatever this is, right next to each other. They abut each other. I was just like, oh. So I came in, threw something in the oven, went out and started shoveling, because the last thing I would need, which would most likely happen, is for it to freeze and get really hard by tomorrow morning so that I can't actually get out. So I was just like, more shoveling. Next year I'm getting a snow blower. Yeah, you were hired. Second day today, you're beat. You get up at 5 a.m. now. Yeah. But that's kind of what working in the trades is, though, right? It's early up. Get on this site. I remember that, I never did electricity. Well, I got blown off a ladder once, but like I was never an electrician or an electrician's mate or anything. But I did used to do carpentry, and I remember getting up before the sun, even in the summer. And I hate being up before the sun. I don't need to be up late, but I do hate getting up while it's still dark outside. I didn't even love that when I was hunting. Excuse me, guys. David, I don't remember what the topic was supposed to be for tonight. I gone. I don't remember. So Al and I have had this little thing going back and forth today on the Discord, and I have a feeling that the whole ketchup catsup thing happens within the United States, because I have never met anyone up here that says catsup, but I've read about this dichotomy and everything. So either nobody in Canada says catsup or nobody in French Canada says catsup, because ketchup is the same word in English and French. In the same way as, in Quebec, English, and some of the rest of the country, the word yogurt is spelled Y-O-G-O-U-R-T. And in Canadian French, it's spelled the same way. And it's like the only place where this word is done this way. Because in international French, it's not even yogurt in French, it's yaourt. Y-A-O-U-R-T. What? I know. But that's what happens. So I'm wondering if like this whole, if I've never heard it called catsup is because it's rare in, say, BC or other places in Canada where I've lived, but nobody says it in Montreal English. That's always a possibility, because Montreal English throws a few curveballs. Just ask anyone who grew up here and then spent any time in Vancouver, by which I mean me. And so, like, is it a regional thing in some states or some counties or something to say catsup? Oh, thank you, Russell, for putting David's YouTube channel up there. So anyone who wants to check out David's stuff, right click on that and open in another tab. It's a nice look at a very different life than mine. There's a couple of his videos that I watch. I wouldn't say regularly, but I have watched several times. I get to zen out on some of them. Oh, okay, so Jim says that we can transport it across state lines, but it isn't sold in Michigan yet. For years, we couldn't get Coors. Interesting. Al says, Russ, I hate you. Hold on a second. Let me just check what Russell linked us to here. Do I even want to click on this? Open in new tab. Russell, you are such a brat. Ah, that is some hateful stuff, dude. It takes a particularly evil mind to pull a genius stunt like that. I love it. Yeah, that's for sure, Shawnee. It's okay. Davis fixed the problem. Just kidding. Warm here for a change. It's up to 4 degrees Celsius and the sun is shining. Nice. I was going to say, I always call Celsius 4 degrees Canadian, but that wouldn't really work in your case, would it? Al is making up for being such a rude little bratsky. Yes, David, hard drive size really does matter. It's not just about how you use it. I like it. Russell says, I refuse to believe that there's... Yeah, right? Okay, I'm going to say that again. I refuse to believe there's a 5 a.m. in the morning. There's only a 5 a.m. the night before. Yikes. Yeah, so David is congratulating Serge on his new job. I think that's really good news, Serge. I like that. Russell has never heard anyone in Canada say cats up either. Now, I get the feeling it's only something that happens in the States. And even then, it's probably pretty rare. Oh, Al says, almost no one here has cats up either. Just effing with y'all. With y'all. Jim pronounces cats up ketchup. Good, man. That's the way you should. Ian, the web lord, says English Canada uses ketchup, well, unless you buy the real cheap stuff, and they actually label it catsup. I did see a bottle at Provigo, which in English Canada you guys know as Loblaws. That said catsup, but it looked like it was like the 99-cent bottle, so I don't disbelieve you. Carol, how's it going, Carol? Carol. The way it's spelled, it's French to me. Carol. Hello, Carol. Comment ça va? Charles tried pickle juice in a Bloody Mary the other day. There's a couple of things you can try pickle juice in. There's a martini variant that you can throw pickle juice into. There's a dirty martini which uses olive brine, but I cannot eat olives, so I have not tried that. But I would try it with pickle juice. And then instead of the olives, I would put like cocktail onions. You know those little pickled onions? I should try that. Like soon. Grace looked it up. Google says Heinz called it catsup until the late 1800s, then changed to ketchup. That part I knew, but catsup still used a bit, mostly in southern U.S. That I did not know. Matt J, how's it going? Matt J is well aware of the international nature of live streams because he says morning, evening, and afternoon family. How's it going? Which is it for you again, Matt? Is it morning, evening, or afternoon for you? Russell, I'm going to let you bring yourself in so that I don't go and surprise you again. There we are.
I heard that catsup in sign language is
Really?
cats?
Yeah. It's possible.
Or ketchup.
Yeah.
Somebody can fix that.
Yeah.
I want to apologize for nothing tonight. I've been excellent. I've been awesome.
You've been terrific. Rain Dance Bush, check out the picture I just posted on Discord.
Of?
Freedom Eagle Dave. Ketchup here in Florida. Oh, and he posted a picture of a ketchup tabernouche of a ketchup bottle. Which, I mean, since we're actually still discussing this, I may as well just share the screen.
Sure.
Oh, I can't share the screen.
Annie doesn't like olives. I can share my screen. Why can't you share
no,
your screen?
I can share it.
Okay.
Oh, no. Chrome has lost permission to capture my screen. I have to go to System Press. No, okay. Never mind. Well,
I can do it.
You do it, and I'm gonna get rid of Google Chrome because I don't have the patience for this crap.
There it is.
There it is, tomato ketchup. Nice. I have never even heard of that brand.
Is it honestly tomato ketchup?
Most likely. You know, here in Quebec, there's also one called ketchup au fruits, which is kind of like a chutney, but I guess we would call that fruit ketchup. But it really is. It's chunky. It's very much more like a chutney.
It does say tomato ketchup.
Yep. Tomato ketchup out to the arts.
Good stuff, man. You can just suck that right back.
No. I prefer grainy mustard myself in almost all instances. Don't actually drink the ketchup, Russell.
I'm okay.
All right.
I held my nose while I was doing it.
Okay, good. Serge's youngest daughter has a birthday today. He'll be seeing her this weekend. How old is she turning, man? Oh, yeah, you're in Australia. Okay. So, yeah, you're right in the opposite side of the day than we are. It's summer down there, isn't it?
What are we? Okay, it's only 9:40. I got an innocent gun in the fridge. I'm gonna do a Scotch beer pairing.
I still have not found an innocent gun in Quebec.
How about any Scotch ale?
Yeah, the thing is, I really don't like Scotch ale. I had one at the weekend, and I poured it down the sink. Granted, it was 7.5%, so it's like the Scotch ale scratchy scratch, and the high octane scratchy scratch. So I think if one of those had been reduced.
Yeah, I gotta stay away from those high alcohol ones. Although I think the one I've got is 6.5. It's still a little high.
Yeah, I find that a lot of Scotch ales are a little high. But am I pouring? Yeah, I guess if we're 20 minutes from go time, I'll pour to give it time to breathe.
Right.
Oh, are we pouring blue?
That's all I got.
Al is still here. Man, that is the biggest first world problem. Sorry, all I've got in the house is Johnny Walker Blue Label. It'll have to do. I'm starting to get a little low on this. Actually, I'm not. I'm still at like just over half the bottle. Are you going to use a proper Scotch glass?
You bet.
Nice.
Got the blue.
Got the blue.
Okay, I can balance it on one hand.
Don't do too many tricks with that bottle. I broke a Johnny Walker bottle recently, remember?
Let's see if I can do this trick. It'll land on its bottom, right?
Yeah. Al is probably having a coronary right now. Matt J, what state do you live in? Like, what part of Australia are you in? Mm-hmm.
Sorry, did you pour yours?
Yeah, I poured mine. I was not nearly as obnoxious with it either. That's an energetic pour. Although I think I did an energetic pour as well, so I'm not going to comment too highly.
It's a good year.
Uh-huh. I don't even know what year it is. Wait. Jim's company makes the silicone valves in the ketchup squeezy bottles. Interesting. The youngest is 8 now. Serge, interesting. Okay. My oldest is 11 now, and the youngest is 4. Charles says it's summer there too. Yeah, well, it's always summer in the Philippines. Country Boy does not like Innocent Gun. Now, they've got a couple of different expressions, though, don't they? Like, there's the classic one, and then there's a couple of... Queensland, okay, near the Gold Coast. I do have a very basic idea of where that is. I used to have a roommate who was a Kiwi, and he moved to Australia for a while, essentially to get away from his ex-wife. So I've got a very, very basic fuzzy idea of where everything is in Australia. Wow. It's in the 30s down there. Oof, nice.
Oh, that'll clean out your sinuses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. It might be the A535 that I put on my butt earlier that I'm smelling.
If you can smell it from there, that's a lot of A535.
Well, I used my hand.
Oh. Thanks for keeping the conversation classy there, Russell.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Matt J can smell that from Australia, so you've really put a lot of A535 on your butt.
Bathed in that crap. And then I wash my face, and my eyes are a little tingly now.
Mm-hmm. I hope you wash your hands before your face. For two reasons.
Well, I did, but
one is A535, the other is butthole. Okay, let's move right along, shall we? Oh, but I'm at the end of the chat. So, oh, I got something in the mail today. And I forgot to open it, so I may as well do it here. Unboxing. I know what this is, and I'm kind of expecting to be disappointed by it.
That's what she said.
Keeping it classy. Still, I see Roussel. There we go. So this is... It came out of the box. This is a matte black Boston shaker. You guys who've been watching me a lot know what a Boston shaker is.
Oh, a shaker. Oh, that kind of shaker. Got it.
Yeah. Getting it out is going to be a chore, but it will happen eventually. Why did I buy a matte black one? Well,
that's a good question.
It was cheap.
I mean, they're not classically black.
No, but I thought it looked cool. There we go.
Neat.
Now the one problem with this was that it was shipped from the United States to Canada via UPS. So, as some of you will absolutely know, that means
duties and taxes.
duties and taxes came out to equal to the price of this little kit.
Such a hate that.
UPS is the worst for that, though. They are the worst. Like FedEx doesn't do it as bad. Pure Later not as bad. It's like I don't know why UPS has to be Satan's children, but they are. So, Japanese style jigger, Hawthorne strainer,
Oh, I get it.
and the shaker comes with a coil for like if you're doing certain drinks that you want to really foam up. You throw that in, shake it up. Nice stuff, Jesse. You have great taste. You know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about you guys earlier today because, it was Tuesday. I'm like, woo, live stream day. I miss having a laptop because I miss doing live streams in the workshop. Because could you imagine if... oh, see you later, Charles. Taking Annie out for sushi. Nice. Okay. That's legit.
Hey, look! This is new. You didn't... We couldn't put super chats up here before.
Oh, yeah. Holy crap. Holy crap.
Nice.
Nice.
Look at that guy, Russell.
Good old Russell.
I mean,
Snowball
sorry,
fun.
excuse me, Raspberry Rock.
Raspberry Rock. I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, like wouldn't it be cool if I could just sort of set up in the workshop and make like those bushcraft related cocktails I've been playing with. Show you guys how I do the Raspberry Rock cocktail rather than the Raspberry Rock shot, and just like still be live streaming and shaking up drinks and stuff, or sharpening, or doing some leather work and like chatting to the live stream while I do that. I think that would be cool.
I love that idea.
Yeah, me too.
My workshop, when I get it built, and it's gonna like open doors at both ends, but one end is gonna open up to the pond, and there'll be a deck there, and I'll be able to like set up a workbench or something so I can film from inside the workshop out. So behind me is the pond and the trees, and then I can sit there making stuff and live streaming it. That'd be hilarious.
That's sounds amazing. I love that idea.
First, I need a workshop though,
and I need a laptop. Optimism is where it's at, though, Russell. Optimism. Okay.
Nothing wrong with optimism.
No, nothing wrong with it at all.
Is that Sean in Alaska again?
I think so. I see it. I see Sean in
Get
Alaska.
back to work. Sean, get back to work. Put on a wood stove already.
Yeah. Wood stove would be nice.
And a roof. Do a roof.
The roof is on fire.
the kind of comments I really love. Just do this. Just build a roof. Just install a garden. Just install
Christy, yeah, I think I did. I think I have the Raspberry Rock cocktail in a better place now. I'll shoot a video of it at some point.
Some point that soon. Already, didn't you?
Yeah, but it wasn't right. It wasn't right. I've been messing with it.
The cocktail or the video?
The cocktail. The video wasn't really right either, but it was pretty damn good anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Sean, did I ask you at one point? I didn't use the countdown tonight, but when you use the countdown, do you have to click countdown and then immediately click go live, or does it automatically bring you live when you click the countdown? I mean through StreamYard, Russell.
Okay, yeah, I haven't done it through StreamYard.
Yeah. Yeah, because I keep sort of clicking on it and then immediately clicking go live just to sort of, I guess, because I don't know if it's the way I want it to work is click, click the countdown and it takes you live automatically at 30. But I don't know. Oh, he clicks go live first and then the countdown. Okay. All right.
I wish you had a trailer.
I do as well. I really have to work on that. I got to work on that. I will work on that at some point.
I get. Never mind. Oh, this should be.
Is it 10 o'clock yet? Yeah, it does take a few seconds to go live, Sean. You're right. Yeah. David says I should buy Sean's trailer. Where am I going to put a trailer? I live in a very urban environment.
I was gonna say, where's he gonna put that, David? Oh, just buy some property.
Yeah, just pick up some, just pick up a few, some acres.
All the comments that I really love, all start with just.
Mm-hmm.
Just buy some property. Just build it. Russell, just dig a basement in the bedrock. Yeah.
Just drill a well, Russell.
Russell, just start the fun with fish. Russell, just build a workshop. Russell, just buy a side-by-side. Russell, just buy a snowmobile.
Just
Why haven't you done
buy
that
a
already?
snowblower.
Anybody can do it. Why haven't you done it right now?
Yeah, I need a trailer though, like channel trailer, not Sean's trailer. I think it would probably be awkward to.
Sorry, I just got that now.
Linda says my trailer is only 14 feet long. Yeah, and you live in that trailer. Are you typing up a storm over there?
Yes. For good measure.
Okay.
For good reason.
Excuse me.
I think you're supposed to check your email.
Matt J says just. Yeah, exactly. Just do this. Just do that. I'm like, oh God, I only have so much money in my entire life, guys.
just you know, like the seasons, just turn the earth a bit so that it's warm again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you know where that comes from? My God, it's a Star Trek episode. Well, no, this doesn't come from the Star Trek episode, but this is what it reminds me of. Remember when Q lost his powers and he was on the Enterprise for his own safety, apparently, and they were talking about the problem. He's like, just change the continental. Oh my God,
The constant of the universe, the gravitational constant of the universe. Yeah. Wait, like, I don't actually know that line. I don't know anything about Star Trek. I have no idea what we're talking about.
Me neither. It was a meme, I guess.
Yes, exactly. It was a meme.
I accidentally saw the meme. Wait, why are we denying this? I love that show.
I loved it too. I didn't love the first 2 seasons, but then it really picked up. I find that I really like shows that have a solid ensemble cast. You know?
Yeah. And it warms my heart that anything I hear about the cast, even nowadays, is like they all get together for like have dinner at somebody's house and like all of them.
Like, kind of the opposite of the sort of, you know, the hate tornado around Shatner and George Takei, and like it's so funny that, you know, there's that poison on the original series, but there's none of that in the Next Generation. I feel bad for Will Wheaton though.
He was the only one that seems to get left out.
and he didn't really. I mean, he wasn't treated bad necessarily by like his castmates. It's just the fans are vicious. Fans can be really problematic. Yeah. I have this theory that I was talking about this with my friend Robin, who some of you have seen on my videos before. And we're both recovering geeks, by which I mean we're both geeks. But, you know, we have kids and mortgages, so we don't talk that way so much anymore. But I think that the biggest problem that Star Wars faces is guys like us, guys who are late 40s, 50s, who watched the original movies and kind of hate it that universe is moving on from that. You know, and that's why every time there's a lead character who is like not a white guy or whatever, people go off, and it's because everyone wants it to be Luke Skywalker again. over and over and over again. And I find that on the Star Trek side of that coin, it's not that bad. And I wonder if that's because of something inherent in the way those two stories were told and how fans like gravitated towards using the word gravitated when talking about sci-fi is probably the stupidest way to go about this. But I wonder if it's that like the fans of the kind of stories that Star Trek were telling, and the fans that are just going for the sort of the space opera of Star Wars, if that was like a factor in that, in the toxicity or lack thereof. I mean, we're not going to spend the rest of tonight talking about this because that's not what this live stream is about. But it is something that I think about more often than I probably should.
I love how he cuts me off there. I'm about to say something, but we're not talking about it.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even see we were talking. I was just too busy blithering. But yeah, go for it.
I was going to say, I think the thing that keeps it, the Star Trek TNG series, I think the thing that made them all friends and kept them all nicey nice with each other is because there was never any focus on one person. There was never a focus that, this is, I think of Happy Days a lot. The Fonz just became such this super popular character that it overshadowed the whole show. Wow, I almost knocked my blue over. In fact,
Don't
in the
knock the
second
blue
season,
over.
second season of Happy Days, they wanted to change the show and call it The Fonz, except the entire rest of the cast threatened to quit. But in Star Trek TNG, nobody was the star. Like every show, they circled around a different character or characters. It was always switching around. No.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? So I think that kept it nicey nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, but we're not going to talk about it in case you want to reply to that.
In case I want to reply to that?
I cut you off.
Oh,
anyway,
no.
Let's move on.
But I mean, oh God, now I'm feeling sucked into this conversation. But because what you're saying makes absolute sense, right? And like, it's such the ensemble cast in Next Generation was so solid. Deanna Troi took a long time for me to start liking her, but she did grow into the. Why did you do that?
I told you this before. It's so that when you're closer to the camera, so it looks like when I'm looking at you, it looks more like I'm looking at.
Okay, I see. I'm lost.
Continue now.
Yeah, my point was that you. Deanna Troi. It took me a long time to like because I felt that she wasn't bringing to the show what she could have brought to the show. And it's funny because I saw a quote from her, Marina Sirtis, not from Deanna Troi, that said that she only actually started getting, like her part actually started only really getting more meaningful and like less ornamental when she got an actual uniform and it stopped being about her cleavage. That there was an actual effect in the writing that was being done for her when she got to cover up a little bit, because she said that she hated the earlier costumes where it was all like cleavage and stuff.
Yeah.
Funny, eh?
Weird. Well, I can see why they did that though. Originally, it was they wanted to have some candy on the show, but once the show was established, then they could do that. They can say, "Yeah, give you a uniform." Well, she wanted to become an officer. She wanted to be able to.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's not geek out too hard on these people.
No, you're right. We don't want to geek out too hard because not everyone likes the sci-fi. I mean, I don't watch sci-fi at all. Anyway, at all. Don't care about that stuff.
What is sci-fi, man? I don't know. I don't even know. Is it Power Rangers? Is that sci-fi?
I don't know I don't know what that is.
Did you check your email?
My email? No. What should I check it for?
I don't know. Sorry, I should have asked.
Oh. Thanks, Al. Al just sent me a Snowblower Fund. That's kind of the whole Snowblower Fund, actually.
Part of that was from me.
Okay.
There's $2 earlier.
Yeah.
Do I need to put it back on the screen? It's probably still in the chat here. There it is.
Yeah.
So me and Al,
You
essentially.
know. All right, there we go. There's a snowblower fund. Okay, I'll I'll make sure to get one. I was looking at different models, actually, because I really would like to get one for next year. Thing is, what I want is something that's 21 inches wide. And just because, in terms of like the storage space I have, and I have a friend who's got a 21-inch wide one, but he had to order it special. So I'm going to be looking for something that's 21 inches. Krista says all she watches is YouTube. Al, man. Well, thank you very much, Al. And Russell. Christy says all she watches is YouTube. That's pretty much all I watch these days, too, because my kids and my wife watch a lot of stuff. And I just, while everyone's up, I'm doing things. It's why, like, I rush to get this live stream launched on, on Tuesdays. It's because I get home, I'm doing the supper thing, and then we're trying to get, I'm trying to get the kids ready for bed and stuff, and then I'm like, I really got to go, you know. But yeah,
Shawnee has a good point here. Snow blowers are probably on sale right now.
oh, they might be.
Good time to buy.
Yeah, yeah, this might be a very good time to buy. I like what David says. Blades, beer, bushcraft, and geek shift. You know, Linda, I used to think that TV sucked as well, but I realized that TV doesn't suck. Mass market TV kind of sucks. Like, I used to know people who were all about Married with Children. They loved that show. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll watch a couple of episodes to see what it's about. And it's dreck. It's absolute dreck. It was horrible, you know? But we live in a world right now, 1,000 channel universe and all that, where broadcast TV is still relatively crappy, you know. But guys like HBO and all the streaming services are bringing out some very good stuff. There's a lot of crap on Netflix as well, but there's some really cool shows. It's just almost none of the really cool shows that push the envelope are on network TV because network TV can't afford to make a mistake. Whereas some of the streaming companies kind of can. Netflix has tried many different things. There's a Netflix show that was made in Korea. Also, Netflix is cool because they do a lot of local programming, right? Like, they make Canadian shows, and they make American shows, and Korean shows, and Japanese shows and stuff. And you can see almost all this stuff anywhere. And there's a Korean show, the name of which escapes me right now, but it's about a lawyer with autism. It's a South Korean show. Her name is Woo, I think. And I watched the first episode, and it's just beautiful. It's just like it's written with sensitivity to the subject. The filming is crazy good. The editing is amazing. So there is good TV out there. Country Boy, thank you very much. I guess that snowblower is going to happen. Why did that show up pink?
Well, it doesn't. It's. I guess it's the amount, right?
Oh, okay. All right. Cause pink. Hold on. Serge is out because he's nodding about. Yeah, I can imagine, dude. If you're getting up at 5, good night. Shawnee, I watched the first few episodes of Space Force. Then I sort of drifted off of it, but it has nothing to do with how good or bad the show was. I thought it was quite good actually, but I lose track of all shows after about 3 or 4 episodes. So everyone saying good night to Serge. Country Boy has handed me a $50 towards the snowblower, which is nice. What I want is something powerful, but what I'm trying to figure out is if the torque in an electric is good enough, or if I need to go for something with a gas engine on it. Because
that'll take some research.
Yeah, exactly. Because I do know a lot of the people I know who've been buying them have been going electric, and they're saying that they're having no problems. But This is their first season with them, right? So, homie, how's it going? An interview for a big promotion today, and the guy interviewing me looked and sounded just like Jess. But is that a good thing or a bad thing? Lipstick Lodge says, surprised I'm still here. My eyes are really bad. Well, it's getting pretty late at night. It's 10. It's after 10.
Oh, damn.
Should we give some notes? B flat. What was it?
C flat.
C flat. Yes, I detect a C flat. Yeah. A little love note. Little notes that used to pass from one desk to the other. It's hard to be a brat about notes because I don't know how many like different notes you can really pull out of the ether. So here's a funny thing. When I'm like, I like to give it a little swirl. You don't. This isn't like wine where you're trying to aerate it by whipping it around, right? I give it a little swirl just to see about the legs. That'll give me a hint about the oiliness in the mouth, but it also helps to coat the glass, which is good when you're nosing. But a lot of guys, instead of just giving it a little swirl, they do this kind of thing, right? They roll it around.
Is that to check for teardrops?
It does the same thing, but it is mostly to coat the inside of the glass. But like, do I have the patience to be like,
It sounds at some point it's just pedantic.
It is pedantic, and I have very little patience for pedantry.
Sorry, I'm actually drinking mine. Are you?
Oh yes, sorry. Something that doesn't get mentioned enough is how this is a very old-fashioned blend. Like this is a previous generation style of whiskey, and I enjoy that about it because the whiskey world has changed massively over the past 20 years. And so I enjoy sort of, there's a time-honored element to this that I kind of like. Unlike with my camping tools, I also do like very modern whiskeys, but yeah.
What would be really cool? You ever see those jugglers? It's not really juggling. They take a ball and they're doing this sort of thing, and the ball isn't moving.
Yeah.
Right? Seen the? That's what you need to be able to do with this. Just do this so that the whiskey doesn't really move.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's going to be hard to do.
Yeah.
There's a level of spatial that.
Yeah, absolutely. And moving the glass, it has an effect on the liquid inside. Jim is having a trouble staying awake. Are we boring you, Jim? Is that what's going on? Are we boring you? Is that what you're trying not to say? Like, just shut up. Let Russell take over.
What?
David does not want me to buy an electric.
I don't think you should buy an electric either.
Yeah, it's entirely possible. I mean, I think that if I had a wicked long driveway, I probably wouldn't either. What I'm worried about is it not having the oomph to get through the mound that the city just leaves across my driveway. That's the biggest thing. That's the thing that would stop me, I think, from going electric. But I hate the idea of having to deal with like oil mixtures or whatever it's called.
Oh, snowblowers take oil mixtures?
Or whatever. There's some sort of fuel mixture for it, and there's an oil that I need for it and stuff.
You know what? In my case, and I've said this before, whenever somebody says you should get a snow machine, I say the same thing. This is just another machine I don't know how to look after.
Yeah.
I mean, I can put gas in it and I can, top it up with oil. But if something doesn't sound right, something not quite right about it, I don't know what to do, man.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But
So I
in
don't
your
know.
case, I think you need the gas one.
Yeah, I wish I could, like, I wish you could test drive them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I know exactly what you're saying. Every time somebody says I should get an Argo for my trail, I'm like,
it's
yeah,
like,
I'd like to try it.
yeah, especially because there are so many vastly different philosophies about Argos out there, right? Because I think they look like the bee's knees. Ooh, wow, that sounded like an old man talking. But I think they look really, really cool. Like, when I was first thinking about getting uh, something of the sort for hunting and stuff, that's what I really wanted. But, some people think they're garbage. Some people think they're really cool. It's like, can I try somebody's, you know?
I know exactly. I gotta get my beer.
Um, Hold on a second. Shawnee learned how to change a dryer belt over the weekend. I haven't tried to change a dryer belt yet, but I have changed the door on my washer, which meant I had to take the whole damn front off. Al says 12 horsepower gas does not require mixtures. Will do it for you. David Evans says that snow blowers are 4-stroke engines. See? Jim says, no, just a long day and hand shovel the driveway, chip the ice off that monster deposit at the end of the drive, courtesy of our snow removal crew. Yeah, I had the exact same. When I got home from work, I dealt with the exact. Oh, look at that. That's the
It's
original, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
got the original. My
Yeah.
glasses aren't strong enough to read the. Oh, I do have stronger glasses here though.
I'm going to be getting new glasses in about a week and a half, which is nice.
The
Looking
hell
forward
are
to that.
these? These are. Oh, those are those glasses.
Yes, those are those glasses. Shine On is on the fence between gas and electric too. This year it's going to be a snowblower and mower. I agree it should be great to test drive to experience before driving. What I have as a mower is just one of those real, the Helix. I and surprisingly many of my neighbors all have those manual mowers. There's a few electric mowers, and then like 5 houses over, there's some guy with a gas mower. Every time he starts it up, like all of the neighbors are like, oh. But yeah, Shine On. Let me know
I
what you buy.
I just bought a battery powered. But wait, by electric you mean corded with cord?
Well, that's the thing. There are battery powered ones as well.
You can't. You definitely can't use a battery powered.
I have that stupid little what they call an electric shovel that I used to have. I did accidentally get the power cord all jammed up in it at one point. I was like, no! It took me like an hour and a half to get the cable out because it was a plump. It just ate the crap out of the cable, which is funny because it wasn't eating any of the damn snow. Country Boy says, next storm, go for a walk around your hood and help your neighbors see which blower you like. Not a bad idea. I feel, though, that if I walk up to one of my neighbors, hi, stranger, they might be paranoid. I mean, I do live in a major city, right? Raven also has an awesome snowblower, but the ice was too much. Good no. Linda's getting pretty good with the generator. She changes oil. She adds gas. She's good with the pull cord. Shawnee is upgrading both snowblower and lawnmower. It's amazing how many people I know. It's amazing how many people makes it sound like I'm talking about a lot of people, but what I mean is more than 3 are buying both this year. It's like there's this lien what's it? A link between like the snowblower is like the winter lawnmower or something. You know. I don't believe we're doing this deep dive on snowblowers. David Evans is saying, "Do not buy an electric. He and Al will come to Montreal to kick my butt." Well, if you guys are going to
Oh,
come to Montreal, tell Al to
yep.
bring me a bottle of blue, and we will
Pick me
drink
up on
it
the
at my
way.
table. Yeah, pick
Yeah,
you up
pick
on
me
the
up on
way.
the
We'll all meet up. We'll come here. I'll make a steak supper, and we'll drink some blue.
We'll make a day of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kick Jess's ass.
At the supper table over a tasty steak supper.
It would be like, your kids are adorable. Bam. Oh, it's so cute. Bam.
Your wife is so nice. Lipstick Lodge says she needs new glasses. Putting it off. I've been putting off new glasses forever, and I just realized that I got to do it. I got to get new glasses because I could no longer see the screen while wearing my glasses, which is why you guys are not seeing me wearing my specs right now because my eyes have changed and the glasses are not good.
Are you getting bifocals or just reading glasses?
They're progressives like my old ones were, which
I don't know
means
what that
that
means.
progressives are. I don't know where I threw my glasses. I do not know where I threw my glasses. Ah, they're there. Okay, so, oh God, this is turning into the most boring live stream ever. But up here, it's for far, and then they gradually turn into like down here they're for close. So
So
they're like bifocals, but instead of that line, they just gradually. So when I first got these and put them on, going downstairs was horrifying, like vertigo, nausea, the whole kit, because it was so weird to go from like seeing far away to, and stairs should not be seen through the close-ups. Anyways, it was crazy, and the eye person, whatever they're called, said that I was probably gonna have the same experience because my eyes have.
I think
Just kill me softly with your love, Al.
killing yourself with butt man.
Yeah. David says, yeah, just wants to drive an electric car. Yeah, you're damn straight I do. I work in tech, right? So I'm a technologist. So the idea of this 100-odd-year-old technology that's still powering so many cars is. I don't know if I said this in a live stream or if I said this to a friend of mine recently, but I said that buying a gas-powered car right now to me is okay. I work in tech, and so there are teams bringing out the newest, shiniest version of our software, and then there are teams that are bringing out patch releases for the previous generation. And to me, when I come to lay my money on a car, buying a gas-powered car, or at least an only gas-powered car, because I'm pretty friendly to hybrids, so that I can like drive to Russell's place. But buying a gas car, period, no matter how oomphy or muscly, feels like I'm the one working on the team that does the patch releases for the last generation version of the software. That's the analog that I see. The analog. You know, it feels that buying a gas powered car is looking backwards. Especially because hello torque, you're not going to beat an electric car for torque, no matter how big and oomphy the motor is. And I live in a province where electricity is so cheap that the payback factor over gas is a lot shorter than if I lived in Ontario. It'd probably be really different because you guys are getting. I was about to say something rude. You guys are getting very poorly treated by companies like, was it Hydro One? What did Ontario Hydro become? It's Hydro One and something else, right?
Yeah,
There's a
Hydro
couple
One
of
and
them.
something else. Hydro One is still the backbone of the. So yeah, you can say Hydro One.
But you guys are just getting raped over by the companies. I mean, your pockets. I'm not.
The anal probe and not the comfortable one.
Yeah. So if I lived in Ontario, I might not see things the way I do.
You know what? Hybrid cars are actually pretty amazing, and I mean, it doesn't make sense just because of the. It hybrid cars are just really, really incredibly efficient as well.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
um,
funny because the two that I like the most right now are weird because I have spent my entire life being Jesse does not drive American. And yet the plug-in Jeep Wrangler, even though Jeeps are not exactly well made anymore, but that one really gives me the fizz. And there's that new little Ford pickup where there's there's a hybrid option, but as a standard, and it's quite affordable. But I like hybrid. I think
you know what, Jess, is so City Girl's new Rav4 hybrid is not a plug-in. You can't plug it in anywhere.
right.
It's
So it's not
it's
the
just
Prime. It's just their hybrid.
yeah. So it still only runs on gas, but the gas mileage is stupid. Like it's so efficient.
Yeah.
So even if we still don't pay for electricity for the car, but it's she she buys gas so rarely now. It's
Hmm.
really quite amazing.
And I was looking at that a few years ago as well. I definitely need to pick up a car at some point because there are times when having one car with our family lifestyle is a chore. But I was looking at that. I was actually looking at the Prime, the plug-in hybrid.
Hmm.
But if you're saying that even just the non-plug-in version, what? If even just non-plug-in version is that good, then you
Nice.
know,
No, I tell you what, and if in fact it shows on the display when she's driving. Right now the battery's driving the car. Oh, now the engine is both driving the car and charging up the battery at the same time. It's
yeah,
and then now the battery's doing, and then now we're slowing down. So the engine is powering up the battery, and it's just such a wonderful cycle of power exchanging hands.
yeah,
And it's beautiful because if you're driving a regular engine, gas car, and you're sitting at a red light and your engine's like sitting there spinning and just burning up gas, right?
as you and I do, by the way, so that we don't come across as a couple of guys like lording it over the other people watching.
But I'm just but there's so many times when our cars are burning gas and they don't need to be.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And well, of course, Al. Yeah, sorry, you can touch a.
Yeah, Al likes his muscle cars. Yeah. Oh, hey, look,
Yes.
Steve Brown's in the house. How's it going?
Yeah.
I just noticed. I realized I'm not paying enough attention to the side chat.
Yeah. 98% of Steve is here tonight.
I don't even remember what happened to him, like how that accident went down.
Oh, it wasn't an accident. He's got health issues.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the guy's half dead. I don't know why he isn't dead yet.
We're just
Sorry,
gonna
I like
move right along. Um, Shawnee also wants a pressure washer, a wood chipper, and a smoker. I would love a smoker, not an electric one. I would love to build, a smoker that I use fire in. Of
yeah.
course, can't do that here because in Montreal has a ban on for burning wood, but it would be nice to have. And yet here I am. Oh, I don't want an electric smoker because I want a real one, which means I won't have a smoker. So why don't I just grow the hell up and buy an electric one, right? Or like a
Can
propane.
you can you not get it like is a pellet smoker out of the question as well?
No, yes, you're right. What's legal is gas fireplaces and stoves or pellet. So yeah, I could get a pellet one. Yeah.
Well, that's not a bad consolation prize there.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah.
Look at this, Steve, fighting back. He's fighting back. He's not. I'm not dead yet. Christy,
In
poke the
fact,
corpse and see if he's okay.
he's feeling really good. So there you go.
Sorry, I don't react well to people suffering, so I start to make fun of them instead. It
Right.
turns out humor is actually not a bad way to react to it.
Yeah. Man on the street says, "Look at me! I use a computer and an iPhone. I'm a technologist. I also use a watch Al, a watch. Of course, but I'm an old guy, so I do love the meta aspect of having an analog watch face on a digital watch because I find joy in that, even though nobody else cares. Whatevs. No, but Al, I work in computers in a company I'm not going to talk about here, but how many can afford electric cars and their battery? It's you're never going to save the world as long as only the rich can afford the stuff, and that's the problem with electric cars right now. I mean, they're coming down a lot, but still. Okay, Mark Johns, hi by the way, says get rid of gas and look at a Toro 60 volt max power max 2-stage snowblower.
So battery powered.
Interesting.
Like
I'm taking a note of it
I need to see that.
because I do know someone else who bought a battery powered one, and he was blowing through some really big piles. But as I said, like it's his first year with it, right? All right, I'm gonna take note of that. Toro. 60 volt max power max. There's a lot of maxes in that
So,
name.
well, Christy, that's why I said 98%. He's 98% here. Unless, do you still have the toe? Because that'd be awesome. Like, here, it's in this cup here.
That's like up in the Yukon where they have that toe in a bottle of spirits. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
No? Okay. Well, I'm just gonna move right along then. But yeah, but I knew that he
Oh,
lost a toe, but I couldn't remember why.
look at that burn.
It's all good every time watch Russell build stuff. Oh, snap.
Burn. He's still got some heat left in him.
Evidently. Yeah, Ontario is getting hosed by hydro. Absolutely. It's oof. David, it's funny. I don't remember. I don't remember. I am like way behind. Let me just sort of scroll down to the bottom to sort of catch up. Oh, Steve says pellet smokers are on the fire ban in Arizona. The thing is, Montreal did not ban wood burning for fire issues. They banned it for particulate matter issues and asthma. In a lot of neighborhoods, there aren't enough fireplaces to matter, but there are some neighborhoods where there were a lot. And so, yeah, Country Boy, yes, somebody did actually swallow it recently. That's true. That's true. Yeah, that I think I remember seeing a story about that. I may have to pour another dram of the blue, Russell. I hope you're still working on it. Oh, well, you're drinking a beer as well, right?
I'm muted. Yeah, I'm doing my innocent gun. This is actually really nice. I
It's a
haven't had a
nice
chance to
pairing.
talk about it. Yeah.
So, because is that one a Scotch? No, that's the original,
The
right?
original, yeah.
Yeah.
It's wicked.
Yeah. I think when you're peering, okay, right, pairing beers and scotches, it really matters which beer you take. Like, I don't think you want to pair a stout with something like this. You know?
No stout. No dark beers. Hold on, I'll be right back. Hold on.
Sure. Russell gone. He'll be back. Oh, he'll be back. While he's gone, hold on. Oh, okay. Steve Brown says to clarify, fire ban it meant no fire days, so high pollution day. Okay, interesting because here the pellet stoves are allowed because apparently they're not as bad. But I don't know, man. When we bought this house, I was going to turn that garage into a workshop with a wood burning stove in it. Because to me, the idea of there was a video by, now they're called Northmen, but they used to be called John Neiman. They make tools I would love any of. And there was a video of theirs. They put out really shift hot videos of the process, right? And when Yanis Nimanis was still working with them instead of starting his own thing, which is Autine, there was a video of him walking into the foundry, the forge, striking a match, which I wouldn't do, but starting a fire in the morning, putting on a pot of coffee, and getting on with his day. And it was like the moment that I've been dreaming of. That little 5-second section of video was the moment I've been dreaming of. You walk into your workshop. In my case, it'd be a woodworking shop, not a foundry or a forge. I don't know why I keep saying foundry. It was a forge. You light your wood burning stove. You put a pot on top to boil the water for tea or coffee or whatever. Look out the window at the frost on the panes, and then you get to work. But I couldn't do that because of the wood burning ban. Why do you have ketchup again?
To cleanse the palate.
For cleansing the palate, tea is a good drink.
You give it a little squeeze so the air, the ketchup air comes out.
Gross. So David wants to hear about the beer and whiskey pairing.
Oh, and ketchup?
No, just the beer and whiskey pairing. How do they go?
It's really good. Like it really does. They go well together. I don't know how to describe it. You get the fruity, the flowers, and even a touch of a caramel there, and then you know what? Right at the roof of your mouth at the back, they kind of merge together and become a new drink.
A Scotch ale.
That was a bit of a burn.
It was horrible, actually. It was terrible. It's one of those things where you say it and you can't get it back. It's like, whoops.
It's hard to describe, but they do work well together.
Incidentally, when you get like a caramel or a vanilla note, that's American oak. That's like ex-bourbon barrels. Jess, will you buy an electric axe when they become available? They are available. They're called chainsaws. I would like a chainsaw, actually. The chainsaw absolutely killed the axe.
Oh, that's it. That's my interpretation of an electric axe.
I like it.
Hey, guess what, Jess?
What's Russell doing?
Finally put this sucker to use.
Oh, really? Nice.
And take a guess at how it was used and for what project recently. It was last week, actually.
Kindling?
It was when Ray was here.
For the counter?
Yeah, for the counter. Like, I don't have a plane or anything like that, and he needed to take some material off, and he didn't want to use his belt sander. I forget why, but he got down there, and he's like, doing the whole.
Ray, man.
He really liked it. He said it was stupidly sharp, and it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny watching him do the work, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. It's got to be in the video. Friday's video.
Man, I gotta get a video made. My big black dog has been sitting on my shoulders lately. It's making it really hard to get anything done. I just keep falling asleep. But I'll get back on my I'll get my mojo back somehow.
in about 20 years, probably.
It comes, it sits on me for a while, and then I sort of, through bloody mindedness, shake it off. But it always takes a couple of weeks. I'm still here, still fighting it, still being hilarious.
Yeah. City Girl she still wants an electric chainsaw. Although, I bought this electric skill saw, battery powered skill saw, and you'll see that in the next video too if you watch it. I was not impressed with it. Although Ray did say it's 20 volt, and Ray said, I should get the 4 or 5 amp battery for it. It has more power apparently.
Yeah. With the electric stuff, by the beef here, absolutely. I am sold on battery powered shop tools, but I don't have a lot of them because what you want to do is settle on one battery tech, right? Which means settle on one company and then just go with it, so that you can it doesn't matter which batteries are charged.
And settle on the 18 volt or 20 volt or whatever it is.
And get the oomfiest one you can afford.
I'm with you on that. Although I switched over a couple of years ago from 18 volt to 20 volt because I have like 5 18 volt batteries and they're all just getting worse and worse and worse and not holding a charge. And I was like, well, I could buy more 18 volt batteries, or I could just switch over now. Mm-hmm. Although it is expensive to switch, they're not cheap tools.
But if the other batteries are dying anyway, then does it really make a big difference? Well, actually, it does, because you have to rebuy tools.
And
and by the way, it's funny because this is what's keeping me trapped with Canon. By the way, like the Sony Alphas are way better in certain cases, in certain contexts, but I have lenses. So it's not just buying another camera; it's buying lenses. I'm like, no,
and lenses are expensive. Lenses are really expensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and face it, if there's a better Canon that you can buy that you'd be happy with, then there's no need to talk about it.
Which is this, right? This is the Canon that makes me happy enough. It makes it happy enough that to get anything better than this, there's such a price jump that it's not relevant. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have like 5,000 subs. Like, YouTube is not going to pay me enough to get some fancy freaking camera. And I'm touching on something that really bugs me about certain YouTubers. I think there's like 100 kids out there who want to be YouTubers but aren't doing it yet because they're saving up for like a Canon 1D Mark IV, because that's what Peter. Oh my God, I forgot his last name.
McKinnon.
Yeah, because that's what Peter McKinnon uses. Do you know what I'm saying? Yep. Like the fact that these guys let us know what equipment they're using is damaging to young people coming into the. Let me rephrase it. I feel that these guys telling us about the equipment they're using is damaging to young ones coming into YouTube. Do you know what I'm saying? So even if I could, afford a cinema level camera, I would use this. I would use a 90D because it's not the cheapest thing around, but it's really good. And everyone who is going to do YouTube can make it. They can make it to this price point. And I think that's important. I think it's important that people don't show off $6,000 cameras. What I would, if I could sit down with Peter McKinnon or Maddie Hapoya, what I would say is, here's your challenge. Spend a month shooting everything on a phone, but don't tell us till after the month is over. Do you know what I'm saying? Just to see, because these guys are going to tell you it's not about the equipment, just tell a good story, which is true. As you know, Russell, you've done the script writing courses. As I know, I've done the script writing courses. But these guys can't say that because everyone knows that they've got $6,000 cameras. I feel like I'm getting almost political here for some reason. Or I'm just getting boring. The two go hand in hand. But anyway.
Yeah.
David says 8 amp battery, go big or go home. It's expensive though, isn't it, David?
They are expensive, but I haven't even looked at. What am I? Yeah, I'm. I can't believe I'm so happy with the camera equipment I have right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need anything better than what I have.
I wanted to show you something. I don't know if I have it though. Oh yeah. Oops. So, some of you guys will know that Russell recently got. Can I talk about your new mic?
Holy crap! He's right. The 5 amp hour back. Oh, it's 2-pack. It's $200.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
what did I just drop?
Yeah, you can talk about it. Do you want me to grab mine and we
Yeah,
can do a
yeah,
show and tell?
yeah. Bring it up. I just dropped something. Hey, before you grab it, can you be hilarious for a couple of seconds? I have to see a man about a hearse.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, right back.
I am looking at 20 volt DeWalt batteries. The 5 amp hour is here. Oh, there's a 2-pack 7 amp hour. For 20 volt, that's only $60 plus $20 delivery. Huh. And then there's non-DeWalts that might work with the DeWalt's Ant Robot. I don't know. I don't know what to think. Wow, okay, so this DeWalt 20 volt Max XR 20 volt battery, 5 amp hour, 2-pack, 19,394 reviews on that. That's a lot of reviews. How many purchases were there? Yeah, that sucks. Hey, Tim. Good to see you. Yeah, guys. I mean, maybe we shouldn't have brought it up, but we're getting into political territory, so we should probably change the subject. But apparently, I'm supposed to be funny for the next little bit. Tools can be such a money pit, necessary, but still as a fast. You know what I want to do, and it kind of leads into what Tim was saying. There's this shop I went to buy those two lanterns. I sent one I gave one to Jess when he was here, and I bought one for myself. It's hanging. Nope, it's not hanging. Where did it go? Anyway, that shop is so full of like old tools. I'd love to go back in there. And I know there's YouTube channels where they just restore old tools. That's all they do. They buy an old tool at a flea market for $2, and they spend like 3 weeks on it. And they, shine it. They scrape it. They get all the rust off it. They shine it up, sharpen it up, and it's like they've turned this $2 tool that they found at a flea market into an $8 tool kind of thing. But this is the place to go for tools like that, because there's like a million. There's a million planes sitting there. There's a million chisels, hammers, anything you can think of sitting in this shop. Jess, when you come here next time, we should make a trip. It's only like, well, after the ATV ride out, it's only like half an hour from here. You're muted, buddy.
That's that place you were. Is that where the lanterns came from?
Yeah. Yeah, I got to do something with the video. I keep forgetting.
I got cheese.
Yeah, I knew you were coming back with cheese.
Yeah. So,
Is it cheese trip?
cheese strip?
Cheese
like
trip. Trip for cheese.
A trip for cheese. So here's what I got.
Oh, well, I had to be funny for. Can I go get what I got?
Yeah, I'll just sit here.
Well, I mean, talk about your stuff.
I got cool stuff. So here's the thing. I've now gone through 4 different lavalier mics. One of which was really good, but then I accidentally ripped it apart. by catching the wire on something. A bunch of which I just didn't get along with. And then I finally decided what I needed was something that was wireless between me and the camera. So what I got was the Rode Wireless Go 2. Now, Russell was slightly smarter than me. But the actual lav that goes with it is sold separately because you can use the Wireless Go 2 without an actual external lav mic because there's a mic right there. Right? So some people, instead of buying the lav, they just clip this on. Right? Click. But I just think that looks terrible. So I figured I would spend the extra whatever it was for the lav. Now, a lot of us call this a lavalier mic, but I have recently learned that it's actually a lavalier mic because the person who designed them, his name was Lavalier, not lavalier. But anyway. So, I mean, you guys probably know what a lav mic is. You can hear this mic on, I think, all of my recent whiskey videos. I bought this after having shot the last of the bushcraft videos I've done, but I'm looking forward to getting it into the mix. So this clicks into this transmitter, which I click onto my belt. If I didn't have the external lavalier mic, I would just use this mic and clip it onto like a lapel or something, which then goes to the receiver that goes onto the hot shoe on the camera. So it's essentially the same setup as you've got. Oh, you've got it connected to your GoPro.
So I bought this. This is a medium mount, right? This
You got
is
the medium mount. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, you know what the medium mount is, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
I almost
it's
bought
all
one.
the casing around it, and then
Yep.
the wireless portion of it actually clips into the top, which is kind of. It's got a clip on it, so you can
Yep.
clip it to your clothes, but it also fits nicely in this top mount here, or on the side, in fact.
Which is exactly the way this works. It clips. It's a clip, but it also goes into the
Yeah.
hot shoe.
So,
So how much was the medium mount?
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me look it up here. Wasn't cheap. I think it was about $100.
Yeah. Okay. So it's about the same as for the 9. Because I've got the 9. You've got the. Do you have an 11 there, or is that your old
Hold on
7?
a sec. $110 plus tax. Yeah, this is the 11.
Yeah. You liking that?
So there's this portion. Yeah, it's pretty good actually. And then there's the
Then you got a transmitter.
right. So there's the mic that you pin
The
on your
mic.
lapel,
The lavalier
and
mic.
then the transmitter,
Yeah.
which is almost dying. I guess I forgot to turn it off.
You should plug that in.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't realize it. It has no auto off. It just
Yeah, mine doesn't either. I have to actually turn it off. But where yours is cool is that it comes with the lav mic, whereas this one has an onboard mic. But
you know what? I think
or you can attach this, but this was an extra purchase, right? It's just
this
I
one
don't.
this one has it too, right? There it is. That's the
But
onboard mic.
but did yours actually come with the lav as well, or did you buy that
Yeah,
separate?
it came
Yeah.
with a thing as well. And in fact, there's two of these. It was because it
Mhm.
was two transmitters and
Yeah,
two mics.
the two transmitter set of this was not on sale.
Jesus, I almost spilled my blue again.
Don't spill the blue.
The whole set was not cheap. Like so, just for the Lavier mics
Yep.
and the transmitters and the thing was like I think $300 plus tax.
I
Not including the media mount, which was another 110.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. My setup
Oh,
was expensive too,
sorry,
but
my
it
bad.
was on wicked sale, so
Sorry, my bad. It was the mic setup was $260 plus tax.
260. So is that your two transmitters, your two mics, and your receiver?
Yep.
Because I can add another transmitter to my setup easily. It's all it takes is money, right?
All it takes is money.
Yeah.
How do
I
turn
do
this
feel
thing
like
on?
I'm hemorrhaging money these days, though.
Yeah, me too. And I just talked to my accountant, and he's like, "Oh, you have a lot of tax you have to pay." I'm like,
Oops.
"What?" Just it was a flurry of weird things that happened last year that
Mm.
caught me by surprise.
But you can write off anything you buy for YouTubing, right?
Oh, sure.
So just keep buying stuff.
It's funny how the people who don't understand what writing off stuff means.
Mm.
Like if you go to dinner with like a dozen people and then like everybody's clamoring over the bill and you say it's okay, I'm paying because I can write it off. Everybody's like, oh, okay, good, good.
Yeah.
It's like they're like, oh, free meal, okay, good. No, it's not free. I
No.
mean, writing it off does not mean it's free.
No, not at
But
all.
yeah, they just yeah.
No. But I mean, I do tend to gear my purchases more towards stuff that I can write off because it does sort of it doesn't balance out. Like it's never a zero sum game, but it does benefit me somewhat.
Oh man, I'm what's the word I'm looking for? I've written off a lot of stuff that somebody should question. I mean, that bow that I bought, I wrote off 100% of it.
Really.
Yeah, very expensive bow, but I've only ever used it in videos. So
So it's a yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it is almost 11. David Evans is falling asleep. Country
David,
Boy is just buy it, Jesse. I know, I know. The thing is, I would like to get a second transmitter because well, no, that set was not on sale, but it would be nice to have two of these for when Camille's in the woods with me and we're doing stuff.
yeah,
Tim said flea markets are great. I have refurbished items from fleas. I have refurbished most of my planes from flea market purchases. I would like to be a lot better at refurbing flea market purchase tools, though.
there are some YouTube channels that do amazingly well in just doing that shit.
Yeah, but I don't want that to be my YouTube channel though. I wouldn't like if I win the lottery and I can quit my day job, I might start another channel that's just like tool restorations or something, and do it the way Hand Tool Rescue, I think his name is, does it, right? Just show the tool, just do the work. Don't into the
Oh yeah.
into the camera. Your GoPro shutting
Oh,
down on
right.
you. Yeah, writing stuff off reduces your tax. Yeah, exactly. But it's not a zero sum game at all.
Jess, I love this feature. I used it a bunch today because I hate turning my camera on and walking like for 30 minutes, not 30 minutes, like 2 minutes, and getting on my ATV and then, but now I can do this. GoPro start recording. GoPro start recording. Oh, it's because I've got this button. Hold on. Okay. GoPro start recording.
Now, how
GoPro
loud do you
stop
have to be?
recording.
Because apparently mine does that too, but I haven't tried it yet.
I've done it from, I was like over 100 paces away.
Wow. Okay,
I was
that's
calling
good.
out, GoPro start recording.
Okay.
Oh, there's something wrong. Maybe there's no memory card. No, yeah, it says no SD.
No SD.
I was pretty impressed. I was a long ways away.
Mm-hmm.
What a game changer that is. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Especially because I find that using it with my phone over Bluetooth is really spotty. And that might be because I'm in an area with a lot of Bluetooth bleed. Or am I using Wi-Fi or Bluetooth for that? I don't remember. And I'm not going to stare at my phone while I'm supposed to be online. But so maybe I should just enable the voice activation. Russell, you're so full of good ideas. So full of good ideas. I wonder. Nothing.
We should do a sick mixtape.
Yeah, sick mixtape. There's a song that we play that is, bloody hell, it's 15 minutes long. It's a medley of every song that anyone's ever asked us to play. And we've been like, you do know this is a Celtic pub, right? An Irish pub, right? So, Freebirds in there and like there's.
You get Thunderstruck?
Yes. It's in there. Uh, so there's a part that is Baby's Got Back, and so I throw in a little beatbox, and on my my Shure SM58, I just get right up into it. But this mic, I kind of don't want to do that on because I don't want to get like saliva all over it, and like I don't know if touching it is gonna. It's just like a ASMR.
Does that sock come off?
Oh yeah, it totally does.
No. Well, what are you worried about? Are you sure it comes off?
Yeah, because this comes with two different socks. This is.
It's all the spitting you've done on it. It's welded it to the mic.
Hold on, I'm finding the other sock. I can't find the other sock. Never mind. The other one blocks even more. Like it's even more sort of less sort of sibilance and stuff. But it's bigger. Like it's a little more bulbous. But I find that this one's fine. I don't need the other one at all because my silicon voice and expert delivery means that I do not need the larger pop filter. See, I can just put people to sleep by, I kind of want to do like a, David, Stairway to Heaven is in there. There's a little chunk of Stairway to Heaven too. Yeah, absolutely. We should record it one day and just play it for you guys.
That'd be great. Love to see it.
Yeah.
How about my idea of attaching your GoPro to the end of your bass?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I could do that. Is getting any kind of sound that would be worth trying to play for you guys. That's the problem.
It's never going to be perfect.
I recorded something specifically to play for you guys, but the sound was so peaked and so awful that I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. Good old whiskey, eh? Holy crap, dude.
It's good stuff. That's good stuff. Yeah. I still have some from my initial pour here.
Not anymore.
I seem to have drank it.
Yeah, just looking at soft.
Wait, I think I have to bottle down.
Don't you bottle that down. First of all, you will get alcohol poisoning. Second of all, if we're going to bottle down a bottle of blue, it's going to be you, me, Al, and David Evans sitting around a kitchen table, eating steak, drinking blue, singing sea shanties. Well, the year was 1778. That's the longest song in history. We can't get through a gig without somebody asking for it. Although they all call it Halifax beers.
GoPro, power off. Do you see that? It reads minds.
It does.
Or it predicts the future, one or the other.
So nice. Do I pour one more for the road or not?
We could probably go to 11:15.
All right, we'll go to 11:15. I don't want to go like super late tonight though, because yes.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
You don't care about anything, Russell. You're just a cruel.
I was super tired.
Snake.
I was super tired earlier this evening. You know why? Because I got too much sleep last night. I got like 9 hours of sleep. You know when you get too much sleep and it makes you tired?
Yep.
I don't know what's up with that.
I fell asleep at the ungodly hour of like 9 something last night. My big black dog does make me sleep a lot. Oh, which reminded me that I don't know where it went. But two people knew exactly what I was talking about when I say the big black dog. Shawnee said, and this is true, when the days get longer, you'll feel better. Yeah, because I get sad syndrome like you guys would not believe.
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't want to be the only one that didn't know what you were talking about.
And then David said, I had a big black dog sit on my shoulders for the past month. I hear it. Yeah.
That's a different black dog.
I like the term black dog because it sounds a little less dramatic than depression. I believe Winston Churchill used to call his depression his big black dog. I think. I think that's where I got it. Because there's no way I'm creative enough to have come up with that on my own.
Agreed.
Yep. What? What are you saying?
Hi, stranger. I missed you.
You find the best stuff.
You can look at my butt.
I think that's my favorite of those videos, actually. Of like the little videos that you've found. No,
Of the weird
no,
videos.
Chicken Attack is something else.
I
But
I
that
would
was
put
really good.
Buttman slightly ahead of Chicken Attack.
Really,
I
Chicken
mean,
Attack is.
I really enjoy Chicken Attack, but Buttman is he's one of those.
Buttman's good.
That's one of those videos you got to pull up on a cold winter night when you're feeling lonely and you can't light a fire because you're Jess and you live
Yeah.
in a city with fire control.
Kristen says good night, all. Okay, good night, Christy. We'll see you next week. I hope. I'll probably see you in
Good
the
night, Christy.
Discord. In the Discords.
Where's she leaving? What? It's only like what 8 o'clock there, Christy. Why are you leaving?
Well, there's a lot of stuff that can happen at 8 o'clock. You can, you can
Look for a lost toe.
look for a lost toe. You can have
Juggle a lost toe.
drinks. You have some drinks.
Oh, Christy started drinking hours ago.
Fair. She drinking scotch.
With ice, I'm sure.
David's vote goes for the foot penis video.
Oh, that one.
No, I
The
like
foot
Batman
long.
a lot more than that. My problem with those videos is because there's a lot of stuff you get from that animation group or person, and I don't like the way they do their faces. Like it's just like mapped onto a cylinder or something. But Batman, like the animation, okay, it's a doofy little thing, but the animation's really friggin' good. You know?
And it's if you accept it for what it is, or you just kind of embrace it. It's actually a very comforting video.
Oh yeah, I love the part where he draws you. There's something about that part where
Yeah.
like everything just sort of comes down. All right, Kristen. I hope not. I hope that a lot of shit going on isn't anything too unpleasant. I hope you're having a good night.
Christy, we love you, and
love you,
Steve. We love
Christy.
Steve too. For some reason, don't put him on a bus stop anywhere. Just hang on to him for a bit.
Not a bot. Hi, says Gunky.
Hey, it's Lot. Oh no, not Lawson. Damn it. He changed his name recently, and I've had a few drinks. I can't remember.
I've had a few drinks too, so.
Do you remember Mary and Butch? Did you ever meet Mary and Butch?
No. I remember you interacting with them.
Mary and Butch, old school Booksfesters. They were there all the time. They met later in life. They were high school sweethearts, although they
That's
never
not
got
later
together.
in life. Oh, I see. And then they remet later.
And then, yeah, they met way later in life, and they got married and stuff. They were very happy together. And then something happened to him, like a stroke or something like that. And he's now, I don't want to say, is some mentally challenged in a lot of ways. He's not all there anymore. So every time I saw her after that, I was like, because he has no memory either. He wakes up and like, where am I, kind of thing. And so I've said to her, have you thought about leaving him on a street corner somewhere?
That is
about leaving on a
horrifying.
bus stop?
That's
Or
not
do you wake
nice.
up when he wakes up in the morning? Are you ever like, why are you in my bedroom? And she confessed, she's like, I did that once.
Oh no. Country Boy is with me. Chicken Attack is the best. And by the way, that guy does a lot of yodeling stuff. That's not just a one-off. That's his thing. I think he lives in Germany or something, or in Switzerland, doesn't he? Am I right?
Phantasmal.
Fantastic.
Burnt skin. So it is Lawson, right? I think maybe.
I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's happening.
All right, be funny for a minute.
I can do that. I can't really do that. I'm not very good at being funny, but I am good at being boring. Look at my Japanese. Um, I've forgotten what these are called. Jigger. Um, One thing I asked you guys earlier, but like nobody grabbed onto it. Would anyone be interested in like a story time live stream at some point? Treating this like you're sitting around a campfire and telling stories. And if so, would you be interested in me telling a story and that like for the first hour and then just doing the normal live stream? Or would you be interested in people coming on to tell stories? I know a guy who's a professional storyteller. I'm not going to have him on, but listening to some of his like the stuff he does tells me that people are still really into storytelling, even though you don't tend to think of it. But that's what TV is, right? It's storytelling. That's what obviously that's what books are, but that's what movies are. They're storytelling. It's 20th century and then 21st century storytelling. And so I've been trying to think to like maybe there's a way to fit that into a live stream every now and again, see if it really goes anywhere. It would be a lot easier to fit that into a podcast context, right? Like what's it called? Memory Palace. You know, he tells stories. They're historical stories. They're real. They're non-fictional. But I don't know. I was just wondering if I want to try some stuff, but I don't want to try some stuff and like impose it on y'all just because I want to try some stuff. That turns it into a real sort of vanity project, you know? One second. Do I have any special guests coming? I have a special guest that we had agreed to do a show and then forgot to plan it. So I'm going to ping that person and then organize that. Thanks, not about your. I forgot about that until just now. Country boy, nobody believes my stories. That's the thing about stories; they don't have to be believable. You can tell tall tales. You may like a Klingon. Every story is a story of victory, with the flames of your enemies burning in the night sky. That was a weird place to bring that.
See, for this sort of thing, you need to buy a bunch of Barbie dolls, and like one at a time, just kind of drop them in the campfire, and then do like chant the mantra, talk in tongues. You know.
It's kind of not where I was going to go with this, but I see where you're headed, and I wouldn't mind seeing the the end of your road there. How would you end that night off? Like, how would
By
you end that
killing,
night off?
you know, by cutting yourself open, taking out your beating heart, and going ha ha, and then dying. Of course, that's the only way to end that night.
Troubling. Gross.
But worth it, right? Damn it!
I don't know. There's still some things I'd like to do in this life.
You have to do it
Before
before shock sets in, though. That's the only challenge.
you got to be fast.
Or get somebody to help you.
So here's how messed up would my children be if I did that in front of an international live audience?
That's a terrible topic, Jess. I don't know why you brought it up.
David Evans tells Country Boy that as long as he believes his stories. I'm just taking a look. I don't know. I've got all kinds of ideas, and I don't know if any of them are any good. You know?
Right. I'm sorry. I did hear your idea about telling a story. I think that's more of a podcast thing.
Podcast way easier to do that with. Absolutely. Full on memory palace, right?
The people who come to your live stream are pretty much looking for, hijinks.
Yeah. or like my interviews and stuff.
Where's,
Maybe more hijinks even.
by the way, where's Chris Peanut Trucker? He gets on Discord and he's like, "Where's the live stream tonight?"
And then there's a
Every
live
other
stream and he
night,
disappears.
like every other night, he's like, "Where's the live? Who's going live tonight?"
It's like, well, where are you on a Tuesday night, mister?
Yeah, all right.
Right? He's hurting my feelings by not showing up to these Tuesdays, man.
Yeah,
I just,
maybe you got a better offer from someone else.
I'm working it. I'm rocking it. I'm working it. I'm just trying to get some peanut trucker eyes on my channel, and he's just not here. I'm gonna guilt trip the shift out of him later.
Yeah, that's exactly how you react to something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna rectify. He's gonna know. He's gonna know that I missed him on my live stream. Where were you?
Rectify is a great word. I need to use it more in my daily language because I'm convinced that I only use like a certain number of letters. I should use more.
A certain number of letters. I would like to never use the word Z, the letter Z again. I think that Z is useless. I rarely use it anyway.
Q is useless.
Q, yeah, it's not a great letter either. I mean, good luck spelling Iraq in English without a Q. But I mean, it's a letter that you could easily replace.
IRAK.
Yeah,
Iraq.
which is what we do. Iraq in French is with a K. I rarely use a Z anyway in most things. I have a friend whose name is Zara. That would be hard to do without a Z.
What about zoo?
Zoo also hard because Sue doesn't really work. Throwing an S in there doesn't really
Maybe
work.
a TS. Two.
Sue. An X. Sue. Like xylophone. Huh? That's actually compounding the problem, though, isn't it? Because we don't need the X either.
When I brought that up, I didn't mean to actually break down, the letters that I actually know and the ones I don't know.
Yeah, except that you're talking to a massive geek, so about such things. So yeah.
Anyway, thanks everyone for coming out.
Yeah. We're at 11:15. No, we're not. We're at 11:14. So I can geek out for another minute.
Okay, do the poll then.
I can't. No, that's crossing the.
You just said you were going to do a poll.
No, I wasn't being serious. I was just kidding around. I was just being a brat. You know everything about being a brat, so don't you go being all like judgmental. You were gonna do it. You were gonna do it.
I didn't write the book. I was just that stupid guy that edits the book.
Well, editing the book is still enabling the book to be made. Okay. Oh, we are now at 11:15. Okay, so let's just cut this down. Cut this short before we embarrass ourselves.
Was he here earlier?
Yeah, he was. He's been here the whole damn time. Strangely, to anyone who is, to all 14 of the people who are still here, you folk are heroes. No, not a stripper pole, Ian the Weblord. All right. Good night, everyone. It is now 11:15. I said we weren't going to go super late, but we would go to 11:15. We are now at 11:15. So, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Between now and next week, everybody, please stay sane, stay safe, stay healthy, and be kind to one another.
Peace soup.
Peace soup.